Better wake up, people. You think this fire in California just happened out of the blue? Unusual. I pray for everybody there. I pray that they're safe. But this message, it goes for every nation around the world. There's been several warnings that's went out across this land. When you stand for ungodliness, it's not going to turn out to your favor. When you want things to go as the world portrays that it ought to go, it's not going to turn out in your favor. There's a means to an end, people. There's a setting in alignment. There is repercussions for sin. And when God has spoke and spoke and spoke, and people just pray in the mist, or people are lukewarm, then the stuff that you're seeing in California right now and other things in the past is the outcome of it. The earth is His and the fullness thereof. So therefore He can do anything that He wants to do at any time He wants to do it to what He owns. It all belongs to Him. You and I belong to Him. But when we claim to be something that we're not, then all that we face down the road is destruction. We can't hide from God. It's not going to work and turn out in our favor. What I'm fixing to read you goes for every nation around this world. People, you better get your heart right with God, your eyes set on Jesus, your ears opened to what He is saying. 2 Chronicles 7:14. If my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. You can't expect a healing and you're dealing in ungodliness. You can't expect a land to be healed when you don't turn from your wicked ways. You can't speak one thing and claim another and live another. God does things in decency and in order. You either live right or you're not. You're either wholeheartedly in it or you're not. You can't serve two masters. You'll love one and hate the other. Isaiah 58. Listen closely to this. You can read your own version of the Bible, what you have. Study this out. Search it out. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. Yet they seek me daily, and delight to know my ways, as a nation that did righteousness, and forsook not the ordinance of their God. They ask me the ordinance of justice. They take delight in approaching to God. Wherefore have we fasted, say they, and thou seest not? Question. Wherefore have we afflicted our soul, and thou takest no knowledge? Question. Behold, in the day of your fast ye find pleasure, and exalt all your laborers. Behold, ye fast for strife and debate, and to smite with the fist of wickedness. Ye shall not fast as ye do this day. Shew mercy, to make your voice to be heard on high. You better listen to this, people. It is such a fast that I have chosen. Is this such a fast that I have chosen? Question. A day for a man to afflict his soul? Question. Is it to bow down his head as a bulrush, and to spread sackcloth and ashes under him? Question. Wilt thou call this a fast and an acceptable day of the Lord? Question. Is not this the fast that I have chosen? Question. To loose the bands of the wickedness, to undo the heavy burdens, and to let the oppressed go free, and that ye break every yoke. Question. Is it not to deal thy bread to the hungry, and that thou bring the poor that are cast out to thine house? Question. When thou seest the naked, that thou cover him, and that thou hide not thyself from thine own flesh? Question. Then shall the light break forth as the morning, and thine health shall spring forth speedily, and thy righteousness shall go before thee. The glory of the Lord shall be thy reward, which is rear guard. Then shalt thou call, shew mercy, and the Lord shall answer. Thou shalt cry, and he shall say, Here I am. If thou take away from the midst of thee the yoke, the putting forth of the finger, and speaking vanity, and if thou draw out thy soul to the hungry, and satisfy the afflicted soul, then shall the light rise in obscurity, and thy darkness be as the noonday. And the Lord shall guide thee continually, and satisfy thy soul in drought, and make fat thy bones, and thou shalt be like a watered garden, and like a spring of water, whose water fail not. And they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places. Thou shalt rise up the foundations of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairer of the breach, the restorer of paths to dwell in. Shew mercy. Did you understand that? God's not playing around with California. God's not playing around with the United States. God's not playing games with any nation on the face of this earth. Either we turn from our wicked ways and seek Him wholeheartedly, or we face destruction. The choice is ours, people. Turn your face toward God. Kneel down, humble yourself before God. Have you not noticed? It takes destruction for somebody to open their eyes, when all you got to do is turn your face to God and pray and seek Him wholeheartedly and cry out to Him. Turn your laughter into mourning and cry out to the Lord. Stop looking to a man, but look to the man, the King of glory, for change and restoration for you first. Amen. Anyhow.